Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys we are going to be doing an awesome deck profile of my Arcanite Joker deck. Now, if you guys saw last week, I did actually a deck profile on my Slifer the Sky Dragon deck. Now, that deck, I want you to understand a little bit, like I said in that video, was more predicated on going for Slifer the Sky Dragon. The deck was using the engine, yes, but it was the Arcanite engine, but it was focusing more on Slifer the Sky Dragon, bringing Slifer out onto the field and keeping Slifer onto the field. This deck runs different ratios, different cards, and is more focused on using and playing with the Arcana Knight markers, Queen's Knight, King's Knight, Jack's Knight, and all the new ones we have. So it's more focused on the Arcana Knight monsters themselves. It does run Slifer the Sky Dragon, but the deck is not focused, quote unquote, on Slifer the Sky Dragon. It's pretty much in the way that, hey, you got Slifer in the deck, you can bring it out, if you have the ability to, and you can easily go for it, but it's not going to be your main focus of the deck. So I would like you to please keep that in mind as you're watching this deck profile, because the ratios are completely different. If you want to build your Arcanite Joker deck to be more focused on Slifer, go to the other video. If you want to be more focused on the Arcana Knight monsters themselves, I would suggest watching this video. So just wanted to let you guys know that so you're well informed. So let's get into this deck profile. If you guys know me actually, and you've been a long time subscriber to this channel, thank you for the support, guys. There's been a lot going on in my personal life. I've just been very busy, very tired, lots of stuff going on, but nothing really bad, just life happening. And I've been very tired and just haven't felt like doing deck profiles. Even though I'm like, I want to do them, but I'm too tired. But yeah, if you guys know the channel, been long-time subscribers, like I was saying earlier, I actually did a deck profile on this deck ages ago. Like ages ago. So, I actually have my 3 Ultimate Rare Queen's Knight that I keep in this deck profile. Actually, I have a 4th one that I run in the other version, but I've had these for a long time. 2 of them are first ed, and 1 of them is not, but I've had these since I was, geez almighty, for years. But I love playing them because this card, in this version of the deck, is going to be your starter card of the deck, so to speak, to explain a little bit before I move forward. Because we're going to run 3 Queen's Knight, guys. We're going to run 3 King's Knight in addition to that. So you got 3 Queen, 3 King. I got 1 Ultimate Rare King. Sorry, I don't have double. And then we're going to run double Jack's Knight. So I have one of each Ultimate Rare of each one. So I do apologize. So these are the OG ones. Pretty much Queen's Knight's going to be your starter. King's Knight's going to be your extender. And Jack's Knight, I used to always say run it as a one of, unless you were running Brilliant Fusion as a Brilliant Fusion target. Now we don't have Brilliant Fusion as at multiple, so it's not even going to be running this version of the deck. But because of the new card support, I definitely think Jack's Knight's perfectly at KF2 of. It doesn't brick as much. 3 King's Knight is a staple because it's going to help extend things out. And Queen's Knight's going to be multi-versatile in this deck because you can use it with Rescue Rabbit, Unexpected Die, and for multiple different things. Just using it in its basic, bring out Queen's Knight, King's Knight, Jack's Knight type of plays. So it's really versatile, and you can easily recycle it with Joker's Knight to some degree. So staple, that's your roundup for your old Arcanite monsters there. It's been a while since I did a deck profile, so if I'm a little bit all over the place, forgive me. 3 Joker's Knight. Joker's Knight is a staple 3 of in the deck, hands down. Like I said, it can recycle some things in your deck, recycle your Arcanite monsters. It can be the name of any of them as well, which is really important for getting your plays going, because it's very easy to get 3 monsters out into the field, and with the Slifer build you could go into tributes easily, while in this deck, yeah, you can do that because you have Thunderspeed summon. You can also use it to help link up into things and go for basic exceed plays and things of that nature, and also makes it a little bit more easier to go for some of your basic fusion plays if you want to really play Arcanite Joker in the extra deck like I do. Ha! But yeah, 3 Joker's Knight, like I said, multi-versatile in the deck. Great card. 3 Imperial Bauer. Bauer is kind of another extender type of card. It's easy to special summon out into the field. Very basic. I think this card's going up in price because people are starting to figure that out. It can be teched in different decks, this engine. But Bauer is really nice because of the ease that you can bring it out to the field, and then it can be used for different things depending upon what type of thing you want to do with your hand, or what deck you're playing against, etc. Because you can use it for multiple things, for link plays, exceed plays, fusion, not fusions, but tribute fodder as well. We also run one Arcanite Trump Joker. Some people like this card, some people don't. I like it as a one of in the deck. I find that at multiple, it's not one of those type of cards I'm going to run at multiple, but as a one of, it's good. And unlike the Slifer the Sky Dragon deck, where I was more primary focused on tributes and using the monsters for tribute fodder, I found that, and that's why I was running like, I think 4 tribute monsters in the deck, because that was the main focus. In this build of the deck, though, we're not so much focused on tribute fodder. So, along with the one Arcanite Trump Joker, I do run 2 Slifer the Sky Dragon instead of 3 of. I found that one of is optional, but Thunderspeed summon became kind of dead at that point. And I found that it was very common to go for 1 to 2 Slifer per duel. The thing you also have to keep in mind with Slifer the Sky Dragon, and people don't believe me until they play against it, is Slifer is underrated to some degree. The executive producer card. Because, and I say this very lightly, he's kind of a Floodgate-esque card. And I say that very lightly. It's not, Macrocosmos D-Fissure. It's not, Vanity's Emptiness. Oh my gosh, Floodgate-esque card. It's, it's not one of those type of cards. But against certain decks, his ability to lower their attack does play a key factor. And really can hinder some decks from doing their basic plays, especially if they rely on a low level, low attack, starter-esque card that's a monster. So certain matchups, he's amazing. I will be honest with you with that. But he's a good 2 of in the deck. You can easily go for him. He's not going to, like I said, be the main focus of the deck, however. We also run one Infernal Noble Knight, Renaud. Renaud is going to be in here for your play with your fossil, living fossil, along with your, Noble Knight card, where is she at? Isolde of the Noble Knight. So pretty much, this is pretty much going to be on, you can easily bring this out with Isolde, and you can do basic combo plays. I found that I didn't want to focus super heavily on, equip cards. I was talking with a buddy of mine. He's like, hey, run the bamboo package so you can, and that's actually a cool thing for the Slifer build, but I originally tried it out with the Slifer build. I was just like, hey, it's a little bit too much. Where you could run the bamboo golden package with Slifer, with Isolde. That way you could boost up Slifer's attack to some ungodly amount of attack. It's a cool in theory, but in practice it was cool, but it wasn't consistent enough to me. Because there was other factors playing into it. You can get a whole bunch of draw power, but you don't have nothing to do with it. So that is something I want to mention to you guys, because I had a buddy of mine talk about that. So if you want to focus maybe on Slifer, maybe run the bamboo package. Just saying. Next, we run 2 Rescue Rabbit. Rescue Rabbit. Some people like running Rescue Rabbit as a 3 of in this build. The reason I don't like running it as a 3 of is because I'm only technically have 3 vanillas, 3 Queen's Knight. If I was running, Cabazols and, Cabazols and Sabasauruses, then yeah, guys, we're going to run Rescue Rabbit as a 3 of every day, twice on Sunday. But because of that factor, I only like 2 of. Yeah, you can recycle your Queen's Knight, so your Rabbit's not going to always be dead, but I found that it bricked if I drew double Rabbit in my opening hand. You kind of looked at your hand and go, what? Well, this is going to, I got to play out of this hand. So I like Rescue Rabbit, but more than 2 of I find is a little bit too much. Same thing with Unexpected Die, because you're going to be using Queen's Knight for a bunch of different things, and you will find yourself recycling it. So just keep this in mind. We also run 3 Ash Blossom and Joy Spring in the deck. I want some sort of hand trap in the deck. You can run Drillin' Lockbird, Ghost Ogre. There's a multitude of different things you can run in your deck, depending upon what you want to do. But I like Ash Blossom. It's generic. It's a great going second card, hand trap. Lightning Storm, Infinite Impermanence. Because this deck really needs negation. You can run your side deck if you want to, but this you can move. These cards you can move out depending upon if you're going first or second. Pretty much. I don't have a side deck for the deck, but Ash is generic, where it just pretty much hits every deck out there under the sun at least. Next we run 3 Joker Straight. Love the artwork of this card to pieces. This is going to be your best easy way to get everything out onto the field so you can do different things. It's a starter card-esque for the deck, so staple 3 of. 3 Thunderspeed Summon. This is how you're going to get Search Slifer the Sky Dragon, the executive producer, and bring him out into the field. It's a quick play spell, which is an added thing to do. Don't forget that. People sometimes forget that, and it's really cool when you drop Slifer on their turn, which is kind of funny. But that doesn't really happen as much as I like it to. Mainly, this card's going to be used for your Slifer plays. But it's a staple 3 of. Next, I run 2 face card fusion. You could run this as a 1 or 2 of. It depends how you want to build the deck. If you're going to run this as a 1 of, I mean, you could run Upstart Goblin maybe in replace of 1. If you don't want to run it at all, maybe you run some other hand trap tech option cards. I don't know. If you're running the Bamboo package, maybe you just take this out altogether. I don't know. But because I wanted to at least be able to go for my Arcanite Joker and abuse my, Ignoble Knight card because I got it in the dang deck, I wanted to run 2 of this. So that's why I run it in the deck as a 2 of. It's pretty good to have. I like it. Next, I run 2 Unexpected Die. 3 of got a little bit clunky. It's a great starter card for the deck to get your Queen's Knight going out. Back before we had all the new support, I would have said you run this as a 3 of because you needed a way to bring out your Queen's Knight onto the field if you had a King's Knight in hand, because then you could just normal summon King's Knight, go off with Jack's Knight, and there you go. Nowadays, we have other ways of doing that, and we're going to be using Queen's Knight for different things, so Unexpected Die is not as necessary and can get a little bricky. I'm being honest with you. You can go Rescue Rabbit, Unexpected Die. Yeah, that's cool, but then you got more. No, if you have something else that you want to do with Queen's Knight, you're not going to have the ability to do that. You have to recycle it and then go back from there. So, saying that, I like Unexpected Die as a 2 of in the deck. 3 of was a little bit too much for me. 1 Living Fossil. This is going to work with your Zold play. If you want to run more equips, you can. 1 Rhoda. You want to search out all your different warrior things in the deck. It's pretty basic. 1 Double or Nothing. Double or Nothing Utopia. It's still powerful even nowadays. 1 Monster Reborn. You can bring things back. Use it for, fusions, exceeds, synchros. I mean, not synchros, excuse me. Fusion, exceeds, and tributes. My bad. So, yeah. Next up, we run 3 trap cards. So we run 3 Joker's Wild. I have found that Joker's Wild, people don't know what they want to do with this card. Some people don't run it. Some people run it as a 1 of. Some people run it as a 2 of. Some people run it as a 3 of. I have never seen anybody really just say, this card's a 3 of, this card's a 2 of. Everybody runs it differently. From my personal playtesting, I have found that if I'm running more of a Slifer build, I like this as a 2 of. If I'm running more of an Arcanite Joker build, I like this as a 3 of because of the ability to abuse it more. I don't think I would run, Trap Trick to, bring it out from the deck, etc. But it's a good 3 of in the deck, I find. So, up to you to decide what ratio you want to run. But that's what I found, is it just depends upon what you're trying to do with the deck. Then we run 1 of our Amanda Lepalm Field Centers because this is a Yugi deck and we got to run some Yugi stuff. I also run 1 Royal Flush from Duel Links. I had to put this in the deck because, for Pete's sake, it was made for Arcanite Jokers. You just say, nope, I'm flipping this over. I'm using my special ability because I'm having a Yugi moment, and you just go Royal Flush, right? That's legal to do. That's a joke, by the way. So for our fusions, somebody's shaking their head right now. I know that. That's fine. Next we run 1 Arcanite Joker. You don't need to run more than 1 of. We run 1 Guilty of Gear Free. This card's pretty decent and it's very easy to go for. And then we run 1 Idolin the Conqueror's Star, which is because of the Isolde card, the Ignoble Knight card we run in the deck, which is pretty nice to run, actually. In addition to that, we run some links. We run 1 Phoenix, Nightmare Phoenix. You really need to be able to take care of back row guys. Back row is the Achilles heel of the deck, I would find. We run 1 Isolde. We also run 1 Arcanite Extra Joker. Nice little card to go for. It's pretty fun to play around with. 1 Blackluster Soldier of Chaos. If you have this card, run it. It's super easy to go into and super versatile and super useful in this deck. We also run 1 Nightmare Unicorn as well in the deck. In addition to that, I run 1 Axis Code Talker. You're probably going, wow, this deck just got expensive. And I'm like, yep, it did, but I got these cards when they came out and they were cheaper. So, just saying. Tornado Dragon, I like it in the deck. It's really nice. It helps take care of back row problems. This is something I'm trying out. It's a theory, I guess, more or less. And that's 1 number 60, Dragulon the Timeless. If you have Slifer on field, you can use this card to draw more cards to make Slifer bigger. it's something I'm playing around with, and you can run something else if you want to. I will be honest with you, the 15th card in this deck, I can't figure out what I want to run. But you can run some other Exceed monster, I'd suggest. We're also running one Bagasucha. It's just nice to have if things go bad. You have Bagasucha to turn to. We also run, like I said earlier, we run the Utopia package. So Utopia, number 39 Utopia, and Utopia double. And lastly, we run one Divine Arsenal AA Zeus. And now you're probably going, wow, this extra deck is super expensive. Again, I had these cards ages ago, so why not run them, right? So Divine Arsenal AA Zeus is good because we're running some Exceeds and they're useful. Axis Code Talker, you can run, in addition to that, you can run different things. Appaloosa is kind of something I've played around with in this deck. It's pretty cool, but you got to run more like things like Infinite Impermanence because you want to focus more on negation and just control, more of a control build. It depends how you want to build the deck again. But yeah, that's what I've been running, guys, and it's been working pretty well for me. So hope you guys all enjoy this deck profile. I apologize. This is the first time I've done, like, sat down and actually had a day where I can do multiple deck profiles. So I'm getting back into the swing of just doing things on the regular. So thank you for your patience, and I hope you guys all enjoy this video. There will be more videos out in the near future. But till next time, guys, take care. Have fun dueling. Good luck dueling to all of you guys. Thank you for the continuous support. And good luck dueling to all of you guys. And I'll see you guys next time. Seto Kaiba out.